It was a quiet morning in Port Charles, just another sunrise over the docks, gulls crying, the faint drip of tide and rumor in the air. But everything changed when Spencer appeared. In a live video streamed from a remote location, he addressed his family, his friends, and the world. "Good morning, Port Charles," he began, voice steady but eyes brimming. "I know you thought I was gone. I know you believed the fall into the Seine meant the end. But the truth is, I never died. And I'm ready to come home." The gasp that rippled through the world of daytime drama could almost be heard through screens. Fans of Spencer and his tangled lineage, Cassadines, Spencers, immediately launched into feverish debate. Was this a return? A resurrection? A recast? A ghost story? He went on. "During my time away, I discovered things. I uncovered secrets about the Cassadine legacy, the Spencer history, and what it means to have power, and to escape it. I've spent months gathering evidence. I've spent months hidden. But I'm no longer hiding. So here's the bombshell. I'm launching a new chapter. Not just me returning to Port Charles, but a challenge to the old guard. A reckoning. For too long, the Cassadine name has been feared. The Spencer name has been burdened. It's time to rewrite the narrative. Therefore, I am going to take over Windermere. I am going to restore the Cassadine fortune, and use it to do something for the people of Port Charles, not just the elite. I'm open to alliances, or rivalries. And I'm looking at you, Valentin. I'm looking at you, Drew. I'm looking at everyone who thought I was done. Set the date. I'll be back on your screens within 7 days. Prepare yourselves. Because Spencer Cassadine is not just alive, he's unstoppable." Then the feed cut. Port Charles, and fans everywhere, were left reeling. 1. Resurrection of a presumed dead character. Spencer had seemingly met his end, so his public reappearance defies expectations. The idea of dead but alive is classic soap opera drama, but when done with weight and legacy, it becomes monumental. 2. Legacy shift. Spencer isn't returning simply as the same old Cassadine heir. He's portraying transformation. He's found truths, he's been changed, and now he's returning with a purpose. This reframes his whole arc, from victim of legacy to master of it. 3. Power dynamics. By declaring an intention to take over Windermere, the Cassadine family seat, and to use his return to reshape who holds power in Port Charles, Spencer is challenging every major player. That threat rattles both the Cassadine pantheon and the Spencers. 4. Social-ethical rebrand. Instead of simply reclaiming power for its own sake, Spencer says he'll apply that power to help people of Port Charles, not just the privileged. That creates an ideological shift, which can divide fans and characters alike. Will the Cassadine be savior or villain? 5. Timeline and urgency. 7 days' notice of return creates suspense. It invites speculation. What will happen in those days? Who will align? Who will oppose? It also forces story acceleration. Valentin Cassadine. As the current Cassadine patriarch figure, Valentin now has a challenger within his own house. Spencer's return threatens his power, his secrets, and his control over Windermere. Expect the two to collide, possibly a war of Cassadines. Trina Robinson, Spencer's longtime love interest, whose story with him was left hanging. His return reignites their unresolved romance. But now, is Spencer the same? Will she trust him? Will she join his cause or resist? Esme Prince, the person widely tied to Spencer's presumed demise. With Spencer's return, unresolved issues crash back into view: the blame, the betrayal, the struggle. Esme's role becomes pivotal. Her next move could redefine Spencer's arc. The Cassadine legacy and Windermere, Spencer's claim to the estate and the fortune puts the entire Cassadine dynasty on notice. Who inherits what? Who rules? The return could trigger a family coup, secret vaults opening, hidden heirs emerging. Port Charles at large, Spencer's pledge to help the people means social change, plot change. If he uses Cassadine resources for philanthropic or radical ends, he will impact hospital storylines, crime storylines, media storylines across the show. The heirs return. Spencer arrives incognito, meets allies of friends without announcing himself, gathers intelligence. Then makes the public declaration as above. This sets up a multi-episode build-up to his formal re-entrance at Windermere or in Port Charles. Cassadine Civil War, with Spencer back, Valentin, Liesel, Charlotte, and any other Cassadine-adjacent characters might split into factions. Who supports Spencer's for the people mission? Who sees it as betrayal of tradition? Conflict ensues. Spencer vs. Esme, redemption or revenger. Esme may try to sabotage Spencer's return, expose his secrets, or force him to confront the drugging of Fall incident. Spencer's return means confronting old demons, and fans will hunger for the truth. Spencer and Trina rewrite the love story. Their love was interrupted. Now Spencer returns. But now he's changed, the world's changed, Trina's changed. Can they fit their old love into this new context? Or will one of them walk away? Port Charles power shift. Spencer's mission to help people opens new storylines: social work, hospital funding, criminal underworld. Perhaps he will fund the hospital, support victims, or uncover corruption. This broadens his role beyond romantic a legacy drama to community impact. A beloved character presumed dead returns, the exhilaration of his back. Old story threads revived. Unresolved romance, family legacy, hidden secrets. Fresh direction. Spencer not just back for revenge, but for transformation. Big production potential. Glam returns at Windermere. Grand reveal, standoff scenes. Emotional payoff. Closure for fans of Sprina, Spencer plus Trina, and Cassadine lineage watchers. Resurrected characters can feel contrived. Will the return be organic or gimmicky? Legacy storytelling. If Spencer's mission undermines the Cassadine mystique, will fans of the old guard feel betrayed? Overpromising. If his help the people pledge falls flat, the story might lose traction. Recasting or actor changes. If Spencer returns but with a different portrayer, fans may balk. Recast fatigue. Story clutter. Bringing Spencer back may muddy ongoing plots, hospital drama, other characters, if not handled cleanly. Initial teaser. The live video happens. Social media, in the world of the show, goes wild. Characters on screen react. Trina gets the alert. Valentin hears the buzz. Esme watches silently. Fans outside the show mirror that reaction. Mystery days 1 to 6. Spencer is off camera, reaching out to key allies, Christina, Sunny, other Cassadines. We see montage of him researching company records, digging through archives of Windermere, across Europe maybe. Talk of what he found drips. Second announcement or showdown. A location reveal. Spencer stands in front of Windermere's gates or in Port Charles Square. He formally declares his return, presents evidence of misdeeds by his family or rivals, delivers ultimatum. Conflict unfolds. Cassadine faction war. Valentin fights back. Lethal maneuvers. Charlotte caught in the middle. Trina confronted. Esme's revenge attempts. Hospital, a local storyline, collateral damage. Possibly Spencer is framed, leaves town again, or kidnaps key assets. Transformation arc. Spencer begins his For the People project, funding a free clinic, public forum, exposing a corrupt board. This becomes the ongoing new Spencer story. Others join or resist. Climactic resolution. Maybe Spencer regains Windermere legally. Maybe Valentin is forced to cede control. Or maybe Spencer rejects the estate and chooses a simpler path. Romance side plots resolve. Trina and Spencer rue-line or part ways with dignity. Legacy settled. Shock, a return drama. Beloved characters returning equals ratings and buzz. Family saga. The Cassadine legacy is one of the richest soap DNA lines. Adding Spencer's return enriches it. Moral complexity. Spencer's shift from heir to social reformer gives depth. It's not just revenge, it's redemption or revolution. Network of relationships. His return ripples through many characters: Spencer's, Cassadine's, hospital folks, crime families. Open-ended future. Many directions to go. Romance, power, crime, philanthropy, legacy, identity. Risk. Return feels lazy or contrived. Oh, he never died because of hidden submarine. Avoid by. Giving a credible explanation in show logic. He was rescued, hidden due to threat, discovered corruption and stayed away to protect loved ones. Risk. Spencer becomes overpowered messiah figure, removing vulnerability. Avoid by. Keeping his journey hard, showing cost of return, giving him flaws, making his For the People goal conflict with his past and privileges. Risk. Cassadine legacy gets diluted or cheapened by too many story arcs. Avoid by. Making his return tie back into the heritage, use Windermere, the family fortune, the history, not discard it but reinterpret it. Risk. The story overshadows other characters or current plots, causing imbalance. Avoid by. Weaving Spencer's arc into existing plots, hospital, crime, romance, not as a separate monster but integrated. The gates of Windermere stood cold and still as the morning mist rose off the harbor. Spencer Cassadine's boots clicked on the cobblestones, past statues of Cassadines long dead, past the fountain that once bore the family crest of serpent and rose. He paused, hand on the iron gate, and let his breath steady. All of this belonged to him by blood, but by fear, by tradition, by power held wrong. Inside, lights flickered. He had come here to wake the place up. The halls, the archives, the hidden room behind the library, all secrets. He withdrew the folder from his coat, the files of offshore companies, charity trusts that never reached the needy, land deals that ruined families. He placed it on the mahogany table and the echo of the room seemed to lean in. "They call me heir," he whispered to himself, "but I will be more than heir. I will be answer." Behind him, the window threw a pale Paris sunrise hue across the floor. He turned to face the door as it opened. Footsteps approached. He was about to change everything. Within minutes of the announcement, fan boards erupted. "It's happening. Spencer is back. Finally, the Spreena story gets unfinished business. Cassadine Civil War? Yes please. If they screw this up with a cheap re-reveal, I'm out. Will Spencer be recast? Will Nicholas Alexander Chavez return? The actor split made this tricky. See his actual exit, decider+2people.com+2. For the people? Cassadine's helping Port Charles? That's new. The buzz would drive ratings, trending hashtags, #Spencer returns, #Cassadine reckoning, #Spreena forever. The announcement becomes a jumping-off point for speculation, memes, fanfiction, and social media deep dives into Cassadine lore. While this entire scenario is imagined, it taps into real threads. The actor who last played Spencer, Nicholas Alexander Chavez, left the role and the character was presumed dead. People.com+2 The Sun+2. Fans have long speculated about Spencer's return. Vocal+1. The Cassadine legacy storyline remains central to the soap. Viewers love return from the dead tropes, especially when done with emotional stakes rather than pure gimmick. A shift in a character's purpose, from heir to reformer, resonates with audiences who want evolution, not repeat. This announcement imagines aligning with all those real-world angles, giving closure to fans, opening fresh narrative paths, and honoring legacy while redefining it. Teasers in the show. Look for characters noticing Spencer's signature, Cassadine crest, hearing rumors of his survival, or unexplained financial moves linked to Windermere. Character responses. Valentin might confront old allies. Trina might be conflicted, happy, angry, unsure. Esme may sense her reign imperiled. Public reveal scene. The show may stage Spencer's grand return in Port Charles, maybe at the docks, maybe at Windermere, maybe on live TV inside the show. Initiative launch. Spencer might unveil a foundation, or a hospital ward, or a public event claiming his new purpose. This could intertwine with other plots, medical, legal, crime. Conflict escalation. Cassadine countermoves, secret ledger, illegitimate heir, blackmail. Spencer must defend his mission and survive. Romantic arc. Spencer and Trina, or Spencer and someone new, face the changed man-family responsibility dynamic. Legacy confrontation. Spencer might dig into the darker Cassadine past, murders, betrayals, cover-ups, and threaten exposure unless change happens. Imagine your favorite daytime drama building toward one of its biggest returns, an iconic character presumed gone, returning not just for drama's sake, but with purpose and change. That's the heart of this bombshell announcement for Spencer Cassadine. If I were writing the next 100 episodes of General Hospital, I'd treat this announcement as the inciting incident of a 2-year storyline. Cassadine reclamation. Year 1. Spencer's return and power grab. Year 2. His transformation and the ripple effects across Port Charles. Whether you're a fan of classic Cassadine scheming, old-school Spencer romance, or new-wave transformative arcs, this plot gives everyone something. It bridges legacy and evolution. It invites new alliances and memorable showdowns.